What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining. OMG. We are halfway through the Ahsoka series, and the way that they left things off in episode 3, I'm so excited to get into episode 4. Oh, man, this is just so good. Look, if this is you guys' first time joining the channel, thank you so much for joining. And as always, please hit that like button and subscribe and help this channel grow. I'm so glad to have you with me. And look, this episode has been talked about. It's been trending all over the interwebs. I know. I'm really into Star Wars. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm so glad they started the episode right where the other one left off. Perfect. Just perfect.
Come in, Home 1. Do you read us? Hera, do you copy?
So good, man.
Come in, Home 1. This is Fulcrum and Pete. Do you read us? Over.
The enemy has the map and the means to get where they want to go.
Now, this scene is huge because this is when Ahsoka, which leads to later on, but this is when she's saying, look, we're going to have to make some hard choices. We're going to have to make some really, really hard choices.
I fear we face a difficult choice. Which is? If we can't make the journey to find Ezra, then no one should.
Gosh, man, that's tough. That's tough.
He'd be stranded out there. Maybe this time for good.
Better that than allowing Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
Some hard choices, man. Hard choices.
Let's find that ground base. Sabine.
Can I count on you?
Say it.
You know you can.
And you know that's going to come back. You know that's going to come back.
Is everything all right?
It's one of those things where it's like
Be careful out here.
you know what's going to be coming later on. God, it's so good though. There it is. There it is. The loomingness, the loom.
We received word. They've located the Jedi starship.
How far out are they?
About a dozen clicks.
Tell them to move in.
The gods would not delay them
Oh,
long.
it's getting real now. It's getting real now.
But you will.
There's Merrick.
Let's get underway soon.
Is that a note of fear in your voice?
Experience.
Powerful line right there. Powerful line. Oh, I knew it. I knew they was going to do that. I knew it. That was a good cold opening, though. I know, man. Such a cold opening. So good to see Sabine in the Mandalorian gear. I mean, right out of the series, man. So good, so good.
Relax.
Don't worry about me.
I'm not.
Good.
Worried.
Nope.
I love the dynamic that they're showing here, that they're trying to, you know, hash things out.
Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
You really believe that?
When the stakes are this high, I have to.
God, she looks just like, man, she looks just like Ahsoka right there. That's really good.
Finally, some progress.
I love this scene right here. I love this scene, man. Man, Huyang, man, about to throw them hands. Wow. So good. Funny, man. That's funny. Classic.
That daft droid made it worse.
He wouldn't.
About to be going down. Love the action. Oh man, that was cool.
Well,
So
that
good to
will
see
set me back a
Mandalorian
bit.
and Jedi fighting together. That was pretty
Prioritize the
cool.
transmitter above everything else.
That was pretty cool.
I need you to contact General Syndulla as soon as you can.
Of course. May I make one request of you both? Stay together.
Great line. Great line. Yeah.
You always did better that way, in my opinion.
Better get moving.
Together.
There you go.
Oh, very
Together. I love it. Man, Ahsoka running fast as hell, ain't she?
General! Watch it. I'm not just gonna sit around
Love
and do nothing.
Chopper.
But you can't leave without authorization.
Watch me.
Yeah, she's like, look, I'm about to get out of here.
Mom, how come I have to do what I'm telling you to?
Well, when you're a general, you can disobey orders too. Until then, buckle up.
It's really good that they got Jason on this mission now. That's really good. But I will say this. Kind of bad on her though. I mean, she's not the mom of the month. You know, bringing her kid on a mission.
You know,
I don't know about
you're
that.
risking an awful lot by doing this.
Well, you know how it is. Once a rebel, always a rebel. 2, 1, mark.
Here we go. Yeah, man. Man, Ray Stevenson, man, this guy is just, he's great, man. He's
Once
great.
the guideline is established, we will be able to calculate the hyperspace coordinates.
For the jump we're attempting, if your calculations are off by even a little, we will be lost to the depths of the void.
Faith.
Faith. I lost that a long time ago.
That's a good line too, man. It makes me wonder, like, what happened to him in that particular family. It makes me lose that kind of thing.
Witchcraft.
Calculating hyperspace coordinates.
I'm curious what he meant by that, like the witchcraft thing. Wow, look at that! Look at that! Yes. All right, you know it's about to get to the action now. It's about to get to the action. There it is, right there. It's on. I love this. She threw her coat off like she ready.
Going somewhere?
So good. Standoff. That was great. That was great. That was great. Ahsoka's like, you is not about to throw this out on me. She looked like, come on now. This is so good. I love this. Oh, the intensity. Oh, wow. I love the way that those two are fighting. I mean, Shin and man, Sabine, so good. Y'all gotta admit that's fly, yo. We might have to take that back. Let's take that back, yo. Let's take that back. Love it. I love it. Love it, man. This is so good. So good. I love this. This is the moment where it's like this is the moment. This is the moment here that takes me back to the Twin Sons episode on, I think it's Rebels. Yes. Yeah, now we're back to shit. Doesn't this, guys, remind you of Luke and Vader in their last duel, seeing those green and, well, hers is orange, that red lightsaber going against each other? I mean, look at this scene. It's so reminiscent and a callback to that. Yep, he got busted. All those theories literally went up in smoke. All those theories about Marek or Marok went up in smoke. The look she has in her eyes is the look that all of us had when we figured out. Shoot, I was even theorizing who it was, but yeah, they all went up in smoke.
Go! Get the map!
She was not happy that she told her to get the map. She is like, how dare you? That's a nice shot right there. God, look at that. Oh, this looks so good. Look at that.
You will regret this decision.
Such a good shot. Such a good shot. Oh my gosh.
Protect the map until I send for you.
Look at that, man. It's about to be on now. It's about to be on. I will say this. Star Wars has given us two of the best villains that I've seen in a long time. I mean, Baylan and Shin, they're great. They're absolutely great.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
Interesting. He never mentioned you.
Ooh, dig.
Everyone in the Order knew Anakin Skywalker. Few would live to see what he became.
He took his coat off. It's on now.
Surely that must leave a mark. Is that why you walked away? Abandoned him?
Oh yeah. If you realize the whole time she's been fighting, she never took her cloak off. All this time that she's been fighting, she never took her cloak off. Now she's like, game recognized game. She took her cloak off. She was like, okay, it's on.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
Oh man, it's on now, yo.
For you.
Look at this. It's such a towering figure.
Something far greater.
Ambitious.
Wow, it's so exciting.
And you find starting another war necessary?
I'm not starting a war.
Oh man,
But
so
Thrall
good.
will.
So good.
One must destroy in order to create. How inevitable.
Oh yes. Look at this. Oh, that's the shot right there. Oh. Oh. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good. Look at that stance, like that samurai type stance. Oh. Yeah, that's it right there. So good. Oh wow. I love. Oh yes. I love their sizing each other up. It's about to be on. Yes. Wow, man, so good. And look how they're changing their stances now, changing their styles. Oh man. I love this. The way he's swinging that sword, so much power and ferocity. I mean, it's just so good.
Lord Baylan at the henge.
How long until we receive the final
He's
coordinates?
really swinging that sword. I love
Moments.
Ooh, she cut the rock. Look at all this. Oh, yeah, she's trying to get to that. I love how you're getting two battles at the same time. They're cutting from one to the other, which is really cool. But see the Mandalorian helmet there? It's like a really good sign of you know, a Mandalorian wielding a Jedi. That's pretty cool. I love that shot. Great shot. Getting the best number now, though. She got her, man. She got her. Oh, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. I missed that. That was good.
You have no power.
That was good.
Your legacy, like your master's, was one of death and destruction.
Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Yeah, that hurt her, man. That weakened her for a second. Did she just pull the Batman? Let's do that again. Let's see that again. Did she just pull the Batman? Right here, right here. She did. She pulled the Batman. Still a great scene, though. I love this scene.
What's
Love
happened?
it, love it, love it.
Transmission of the coordinates has ceased at the source. The final calculation is incomplete.
Yeah, she pulled that Batman.
Was on wife.
Oh, man. Okay, she got her now. So, such a good scene. Yeah, you can see in her eyes now. She's knock that girl out.
Didn't need to come to this.
That don't look like Ahsoka.
You know no other way.
Stop!
Oh, she's back.
Destroy it! Step away from her!
Call back to earlier. Now it's that moment. But look at this intensity in this guy's face. Ray Stevenson is killing it. Yo, he's fucking killing it. Oh, look at that, man. Every time, you know what? A real quick note. Darth Vader was only in A New Hope like 7 or 8 minutes. Ray Stevenson, to me, reminds me of Darth Vader. Like, his moments on screen are so powerful and so magnetic. This guy has so much gravitas every time he is on the screen. It's I just love it. It's such a layered character, but his gravitas he's given it every single scene reminds me of so much of Darth Vader. And it's such a shame, man, that he passed away, because he is killing it in this performance.
You should do as your master says. Destroy it.
Such a nice getup too. I love that.
I know you feel
Love that
that
you notice
Ezra
how you
Bridger
started to use the Force.
is the only family you have left.
Tapping into that emotion.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I know that's what's holding you back.
Yeah, he's got her. He's got her.
Your family died on Mandalore because your master didn't trust you.
Now, I'd
You
like to
and
know
I
more about that.
share a common goal.
Like, what is that line? Your master didn't. I'm curious about that.
To make this journey. You to be reunited with your long-lost friend. And I to serve a greater good.
The moment of truth.
Willingly. I give you my word.
Oh, he told her to
No harm
come.
will come to you. You will be reunited with your friend.
So good,
It's
man.
the only way.
So good.
Do it. For Ezra.
Tapping into the emotions. That's what it's all about. He's tapping into that. Yep, she's about to do it. He's like, yeah, I got her. Yes, nice.
Shin, release her.
She's really tapping in. Wow. That's really cool. Let's go back to that, because she was really giving it.
I gave her my word. And unlike her former master, I shall keep mine.
Okay. Yeah, it's not much they can do now.
Has remedied the situation. Calculations are complete. The hyperspace route has been established.
Send the shuttle to retrieve the good Lord Baylan.
I'm so tired of this. She just sounds so much like she's just the mustache twirly villain. I just don't get it.
No one will be following us.
Can't
out for a fight.
So now you know Hera is arriving. So pretty much this is going to be the part of the scene where Hera shows up, and there's this moment here that's so freaking dope. Oh my gosh.
Engage the hyperdrive.
Engage the hyperdrive. This is the shot. This shot right here was so freaking cool.
Carson, are you reading this?
That's a tremendous surge in power.
It's the hyperdrive. They're gonna jump.
Hell of a shot. That's one hell of a shot. See, that's why she should have never had a son on the mission with her. I'm always curious of what Chopper says. I know some things he said, but I really would love to know what he said right then.
A bad feeling.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about that too.
Lady Wren,
Let's take that back for a second.
Bad feeling.
Because I don't know if this came at the right time. It's always a line in Star Wars. Probably would have been cool if somebody else said it or a different time.
Mom? I've got a bad feeling.
And let me know y'all thoughts. Did you think that kind of came off kind of corny? Because I don't mind him saying the line, but I think it might have came at the wrong time. But, you know, let me know your thoughts. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You all know what's coming up now. You all know what's coming up now. I'm not going to lie. When I saw this, I was like, oh, man, she's drowned. She's drowned. But this is a fantastic scene in every way, just even watching it again. Oh, man, this is so exciting. As soon as I saw this, I was like, OMG, I know exactly where she is. Look at that. How did they do that? The world between worlds. It looks so good. It really does. Yes.
Master?
I didn't expect to see you so soon.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Yes. Oh, man. There he is. There he is. Looking great, but almost too great. Because, I mean, this face is looking a little too clean here. But either way, man, this is so good. Let's go back. Let's just go back one more time. Run that back. Run that back. All right, here we go. Oh, yes. Oh, man. So good. Oh, man. Now, if you guys have watched this, which I'm sure you have, did you recognize that music at the very end when the credits came up? It played Vader's theme. So I've been spacing out in my head just trying to wonder, like, what does that mean? But look, besides all that, this episode was absolutely fantastic. Fantastic in every freaking way. I mean, Dave Filoni really cooked up something good for us. And I know a lot of people have been saying you want this episode to to hurry up and get to this episode, and episode 1 was too slow, and 2 was too slow, and 3, I mean, look, 3 was great, and now we're getting 4. I mean, we're halfway through. He is firing on all cylinders, and I told you guys, if you want the best meal, you got to give time for them to cook it in the kitchen. And that's exactly what this guy did. He has cooked up something marvelous for us in the kitchen. And let's get to whole Marok or Marek theory that literally went up in smoke. I mean, all those Star Wars theorists out there, including myself, kept wondering, who was Marek? You know, was he Star Killer? Was he Barriss, which I thought he was Barriss? Was he, you know, who was he? Was he Ezra? And then go find out he was nobody, just some inquisitor that literally went up in smoke. All the theories went up in smoke, just like he did, like Thanos did the snap on him. I mean, I'm sure Dave Filoni and all these Star Wars people were just laughing because of all the stuff that we were theorizing. And it really wasn't anybody anyway. But getting to Ahsoka and Baylan, oh my gosh. I'm telling you, like I said before, this guy is just fantastic, and it's so sad that he left us in such a in the way that he did. But every time he is on screen, he is making the most of every time he is on screen, and it's absolutely fantastic. And seeing Baylan and Ahsoka and Rosario Dawson, oh, she is killing it as Ahsoka. Like this felt so Ahsoka, like Ahsoka from the Rebels, like the calmness, but not afraid to go into a fight. And she was not backing down from anybody. And she was ready. She was ready to do whatever it took to stop that map coordinates. And she did, but, you know, unfortunately he did best her. But because she got hurt when she grabbed a hold of the map. But either way, their dialogue back and forth, the fight scene was absolutely fantastic. And I am loving Shin. Oh, Shin is awesome. Sabine is awesome. Seeing those two go at it in the fight and try to one up on each other. And Shin, oh man, she gets so pissed off when she was telling Ahsoka to go ahead and do it because I got it here. That was really good. And she had to pull the Batman. She pulled the Batman, man. She did the thing down and boom, it went up in the smoke. I just, you know, she did that, which is nothing wrong with that. I thought that was pretty cool. But such a great nod to so many things, even the choreographed moments in the lightsaber fights. That moment between Ahsoka and Marek was so reminiscent and a callback to the episode in Star Wars where Obi-Wan is fighting Darth Maul on Twin Suns. Straight callback to that because he bested Darth Maul in like 1 or 2 strokes. That was it. And I love seeing Sabine and Shin go at it. Seeing their lightsabers in the Force reminded me so much of Luke and Vader when they were on Death Star 2 in Return of the Jedi. So there's just so many callbacks, and Dave Filoni is doing the next episode. He literally got us all ready for his episode. And what do you guys think is going to happen in this next episode? Me personally, I clearly think we're going to spend a lot of time with Anakin. We're going to spend a lot of time with Ahsoka in the world between worlds. But what information are we going to get in that? Is she going to really be able to talk to Anakin and express to Anakin on how sorry she was that she left the Jedi Order? Because even though she hasn't said it, Rosario Dawson does a very good job of layering that emotion where you know she's sorry for leaving the Jedi Order because she feels if she never left the Jedi Order and left her master, she could have prevented him from becoming Darth Vader. So I know that guilt is still with her. And will they touch on that in this next episode? Man, we're only halfway through. There's so much going on. This thing is trending. This episode was freaking fire. It was fantastic. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I loved it, and I hope you guys loved it too. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll continue to do more of these reactions. It seems that a lot of people are really enjoying them because I really enjoy them, and why don't we enjoy this together? Please join this and come along with me as we continue to make the channel grow. This was such a great episode. I'm so glad you guys came along and watched it with me, and as always, I'm Corey Roy, and may the Force be with you.